Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's edition of Blazers Inside Access. I'm Kirk McDonald. Thanks again for joining us this week. Plenty to cover around the world of Blazers athletics. Let's start with our C Spire Athlete of the Week. It's Fran Glenny of the women's soccer team. Glenny scored both goals in Belhaven's 2-1 victory over Bethel University out of Tennessee on Friday. The Blazers came back on Saturday and played well, but lost 2-0 to 9th-ranked Martin Methodist on that Saturday afternoon match. The Blazers will be back in action this Friday as they head to William Carey University in Hattiesburg to battle the Crusaders at 5 p.m. The Belhaven men's soccer team played two double overtime matches this past weekend. They won the first 2-1 over Bethel University, but lost in double overtime on Saturday to 23rd-ranked Martin Methodist by the final of 1-0. The winning goal against Bethel was scored by Victor France. The Blazers, with the loss, dropped to 9th in the latest NAI Top 25 Coaches poll. However, they are 6th in the NAI Modified RPI Rankings poll that came out on Wednesday. Belhaven will be back in action on Friday as they head to William Carey University in Hattiesburg. The kickoff against the Crusaders is set for 7:30 p.m. The Belhaven volleyball team was back in action on Wednesday night as they battled the University of Mobile in a Southern States Athletic Conference matchup. The Blazers fell in 3 sets, 3-0. Belhaven was led offensively by Taylor Lefevre with 7 kills. Gabriella Zorzoli had 16 assists, and Katie Owen had 16 digs. The Blazers are back in action on Thursday night at NCAA Division II, University of Arkansas Monticello. And then Belhaven will wrap up the home schedule on Saturday morning as they host Spring Hill College over at Tougaloo College, 10 a.m. Saturday morning for Blazer volleyball. The Belhaven men's and women's cross-country teams were both at the Berry College Invitational this past Saturday. The men finished 15th, the women 16th. Chloe Brown was the top finisher on the women's side in 66th place. Doug Mummy finished in 74th place. The Blazers are back in action at the University of South Carolina Beaufort Invitational this weekend. The men will run at 9 a.m., the women at 9:45. The Belhaven men's golf team wrapped up another impressive performance this Tuesday at the Millsaps College Invitational. They finished 5th after finishing 2nd in the prior week at the Christian Brothers Invitational. Cody Reber finished in a tie for 2nd in the individual standings with a 146 over the two-day event. The Blazers will wrap up their fall schedule as they head to the Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College Invitational beginning on Monday. The Belhaven football team wrapped up their 3-game road trip this past Saturday, falling to Reinhardt by the final of 49-17. Deuce Kuhn led the Blazers offense, 118 receiving yards and a touchdown. Ian McGinnis also played well at quarterback. He was 8 of 13 for 82 yards and a touchdown pass. The Blazers come back home this weekend in the annual homecoming game. They'll battle 18th-ranked Lindsey Wilson College at H.T. Newell Field beginning at 1:30 p.m. That wraps up another edition of Blazers Inside Access. I'm Kirk McDonald. Thanks again for joining us this week. And don't forget, fans, to stay up to date on all the latest news and information surrounding the world of Blazers athletics. You can do that by visiting our athletics website, blazers.belhaven.edu, or on our social media sites by liking us on Facebook and following us on Twitter at Belhaven Blazers. Hope you have a great rest of the week. We'll see you next time on another edition of Blazers Inside Access.